the birthday speech?
Yeah.
Coach.
Hey, you see me? I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm a man. I'm 40.
You guys see that clip?
You gotta say it 40 times.
40 times.
Okay.
40 birthday
40?
punches from each of us?
That's too many.
Doing push-ups.
All right, hey, so there's a guy, Mike Gundy is a coach. Some of you guys saw it on my Instagram or on YouTube. If not, you better subscribe to my YouTube. He had a press conference where the media trashed one of his players and he freaked out and he started yelling, "I'm a man, I'm 40, write about me, come after me." And I've been joking about that for like 15 years or close to that when I'm 40, I'll become a man. All right, and I've been joking about it a lot this week because it was about to happen. And so I wasn't sure how I was going to feel waking up this morning, because once you get to 40, like, you're basically on the second half, right? And because I told myself that I was going to be a man, I was wondering if it was true, if I was going to wake up magically, be a man. Okay, it happened. All right. Normally, I don't give a crap about birthdays. You guys know my stance on birthdays. 8 billion people on Earth, it's not hard to do. I also hate human babies. So birthdays are stupid. Human babies are useless. Look at a dolphin getting born and you'll see why. They're a dolphin right away. Okay, human babies, you guys were human babies once and you're still pretty much useless. Okay? I have to do almost everything for you still. All right? So despite that, 40 feels like a good time to recap and reflect. And that's what I did when I got up early. I was getting a little workout in. I felt great, okay? My first question was, would 10-year-old me be happy with what I was? Yes, definitely. 20-year-old me, would he be happy with where I was? 100%. 30-year-old me, I did exactly what I said at 30 when I was doing this. I got to where I wanted to be. I worked as hard as I could to get credibility so that when I got here, I would have lived a life where people would have to listen to me and follow the philosophy that I had, okay? And I want to fix the world. That's the goal now. From now on, I'm going to take over the world and I'm going to fix it. It starts in this room, and it starts with the philosophy that we built in this sport and this room. To fix the world, everyone wants it to be a politician or a policy or something. It's not that. It starts with people. It starts with populating the world with people that know how to solve their problems, want to solve their problems, and more importantly, want to help solve other people's problems. Okay? So, are you guys up for a world takeover?
Yes.
Oh, good, because we're going, and you don't really have a choice now. You got locked in. So I choose to live by the standard that I set for you guys, and I make decisions based on core values. All right, and I was looking back, and one of our team core values is generosity, correct?
Yes.
Giving time, love, energy, and assets to others has returned value 10 times to me. More than I could imagine, and that's not why I'm generous, but I want you to know that giving makes your life better, and it just builds on top of itself, and you will get more than you give if you're giving all the time, and I promise that. Okay? Adaptability, being able to adjust to new circumstances, new legs, new conditions, new locations, new challenges, right? New team every year, new administration, new everything. If you let the new things make you sad, you're going to always be sad, because it's always going to be new. If you let snowpocalypse like last year make you sad, you're going to be sad the whole winter, right? You got to be able to adapt to the conditions and act with meaningful purpose. And that has been one of the best qualities and one of the best ways I've made decisions is I got to adapt to this, okay? Integrity, just being a reliable, good person, okay? It opens up more opportunities than you can imagine. And people will just want to help a good person. If you just prove that you're a good person, they'll want to help you, okay? Be ready, be trustworthy. It's not that complicated. How many of you guys saw somebody get a forfeit yesterday? Okay? A forfeit is just as valuable as getting a pin. It's the same amount of points. You know why that is? It's because that is to teach you the lesson of showing up and being ready is more than half the battle. It's almost 90% of success. Show up and be ready. Okay, and those kids who show up and there's not somebody to get them, they get their hand raised because somebody else was absent or somebody else was missing in that spot. So I want you guys to take that. I'm always show up and I'm always ready, and that has helped me get so many forfeits, not just in matches, but in real life, okay? Determination, setting a goal and going for it and going all in, going full send. Being determined, going full send, is what gets you to the moments that really matter and really feel good. Okay, I set a goal a while ago to be the WFC champion. And I have one leg. People have black belts and they're giant, right? And I had to be determined to overcome all of those things and direct my energy and sacrifice time with my family, time with my dogs, time eating, time going out for that goal. And I had to stay determined and focused on that goal. And it was one of the happiest moments of my life getting that belt strapped on. And it wasn't for the belt, it was for the person that I built on the way up there, that I realized at that moment, like how great that moment was and how much I want you guys to be determined for your goals, because I want you to feel that. And I didn't learn that lesson until way too late. I want you guys to have that early, okay? Mental toughness, this is the most important thing. How many of you guys wrote something on your assessment yesterday about being afraid of injury, being afraid of losing, being afraid of failure, being afraid of all of those things? So fears get in your head when you're wrestling and while you're living, and they force you to take safer actions. And then those safer actions make it so that you cannot push to where you are determined to go, okay? And it's 100% constant battle. The rest of your entire life and every single day, there's a battle in your head. If you are going to push through those fears and tell that voice that tells you to quit because this is too risky, I'm too tired, the risk is too great, the failure is imminent. If you can practice telling that voice to be quiet, that voice gets quieter and quieter, and it's quiet for a longer period of time. And every time it pops up, if you push it farther away, you'll get better and tougher. Okay, physical toughness, being able to take damage, that's what you are capable of. But mental toughness makes sure that you do it, right? It makes sure that you get through it, that you go. And you can be the most gifted athlete in the world and have a weak mind, and you will not get anywhere. And I've seen that happen so many times. So many kids have been on these mats that are more gifted than any of us, me included, and they have failed because they are not strong enough to get themselves here on a day like this. They're not strong enough to be brave enough to take risks, to get better, to sacrifice, okay? And that's all mental toughness. And that is the reason I say that last. I want that to stick with you the most. Being mentally tough and constantly concentrating on being mentally tough is what has made me so that I could wake up today and be a man and feel good about the man that I am. And I want that for you guys earlier than I learned it. It took me too long to realize that. That's why I'm here telling you all the time, okay? So here's the overall thing. You only YOLO once, okay? YOLO's silly. YOLO is completely silly, but it's also true. Time is valuable. Your lives are valuable, infinitely valuable, okay? Every second is valuable. I almost lost it when I was your age. There was a time where I very real had the thought that this day wouldn't be here. Okay, that's why I am happy to have gray hairs in my beard, and I am happy to be stiff and sluggish. It's because I didn't think I may get here, but because I got that second chance, I realized something that I want you guys to realize. YOLO is true. You only live once. You only get one chance at high school wrestling. You only get one chance at almost everything. It's valuable. That makes it great. That makes the risk of sacrificing everything for it mean something, okay? This whole life could maybe mean nothing, okay? But we're here. We might as well make it mean something to us, and we might as well realize that you only YOLO once, so we're going to YOLO as hard as we can.
Yes, sir.
Right? Got it? All right, so.
And if you're feeling stiff, just put some oil on it.
Yeah, I know. I did. I actually oiled my foot. I oiled
WD-40.
I oiled my foot before we left yesterday. Okay? So, the last little bit of advice and thing that I've realized, I get obsessed with stuff. Okay? And the thing I'm obsessed with now is giving you guys the lessons that I should have learned that I'm reflecting on and taking over the world and fixing it. Okay? Being obsessed with things means that you put everything you have towards it. And that's how you gain value. I always give the example of like summer camps. You don't go to the summer camp of we'll take Alice for example. You don't go to art camp with somebody who paints every once in a while. You go to art camp with somebody who's an expert, who's been obsessed with painting, gets to the best. You don't go to wrestling camp for some guy that was a JV person who made 3 practices out of 5 every week. You go for the person who was obsessed and got to the top of the level, right? Okay? So get obsessed with something, whatever it is. Right now, get obsessed with wrestling because that's what we're doing, and it will teach you how to be obsessed with anything else. That's how you're going to get value for your life. You're going to get value by being obsessed with what you want to do becoming the person you want to be and having enough credibility that people will come to you for how to do it. Okay, and then be generous with the lesson that you learned and how you got good at it. All right, got it? Okay, so the World Takeover starts today in this room. You guys in? Are you guys in? Okay, good, because we're going. All right, right now we got to practice what we had problems with yesterday, and it's a long list, and the clock is ticking. All right, so first thing we got to do, get about 5 laps of jogging, then we'll get a tiny bit of movement, and then I have to write some stuff down while Coach Robert runs, but we got to learn how to beat zombies because the zombie apocalypse was on us yesterday, and we were ill-prepared. Right, Zach?
Yep.
Okay, ready? Ooh, no, what?